Giddy up like a spur, I feel like Tim Duncan, yeah. Shorty, she tweaking, she yelling and screaming. Let's get all the fussing, yeah. Let's get all the fussing, yeah. Chasing this demon, ballin' like Tatum.
All right, everybody, welcome back to another episode of 94 Feet on the Harding Way. Today, topic Denver. The Denver Nuggets have started 0-2. Whew. Hey, not ideal, clearly. And especially that second game. I mean, the first game was just as rough, getting blown out by Oklahoma City. But the second game, you lose to the Clippers. Jokic scores 41, and you still lose. First question. I got to swing it to you, Isaac.
Yeah.
I know it's a little early, obviously, but does the panic meter start to tick if you're Denver?
I'm gonna be honest. If I'm Denver, I honestly wouldn't. I wouldn't panic so much only because it's the beginning of the season. And those first two games, especially the first one, they went up against arguably the best. I want to say the best team in the East. I mean the West. Arguably. I mean
Yeah.
OKC. They were number one seed last year, if I'm not bugging.
Yes, they were.
And their team is actually coming together more than I thought it would right now. I'm not gonna lie. So they keep that chemistry with that young core and adding the assets that they added. They're gonna be okay. So Denver, I wouldn't worry too much. They definitely need to find something like some role players or some shooters, because I mean even Jokic said that team isn't a shooting team. And unlike Embiid, they can play through Jokic because he's healthy more, and I feel like he produces more because it's not only scoring. I'm not saying Embiid doesn't grab rebounds and he doesn't get assists, but obviously Jokic's IQ level is at a higher level than what Embiid's is.
Yes.
Embiid can score well and he can play dominant for a big man, but Jokic can, you know what I'm saying? Like he gets triple doubles. Embiid's not doing that. I'm not saying he hasn't, but he's not doing that. From, you know what I'm saying? So the MVPs kind of count for themselves. You can play through Jokic, but if you're not getting those role players and other shooters and stuff like that around him, it's gonna be hard. And they only got Michael Porter Jr. and Jamal Murray, you want to say? I mean,
Yeah.
if I'm being honest, I think Jokic is probably the best shooter on that team. And he said himself that he's a streaky shooter. So it's like, what you going with there? Honestly, I think playing through him isn't a bad idea, but they're gonna have to figure out something, get some more pieces in there, something like that.
Well, honestly, though, Isaac, I might have to disagree with you here. To me, it's Panic City. First reason why I'm like Panic City, it's the Wild Wild West out there. Straight Will Smith song with it, Jim West, Desperado. There's all those teams in the West, all these different contenders. It'd be crazy out there. So to start 0-2, we're fully going to panic. And the other reason why I'm going to panic if I'm Denver is the way you lost to Oklahoma City. You got blown out. That's not a good look. And then
It's not definitely isn't a good look. I mean, because OKC, I feel like their chemistry though is the reason why. Because you gotta look at Denver. If I'm not bugging, since they won the championship, they have lost almost every role player that really stepped up for that team, besides Aaron Gordon, Michael Porter Jr., and Jamal Murray.
yeah,
Well, you can't even say Jamal Murray is a role player because when he shows up, he shows up. You know what I'm saying? But when he doesn't, he's basically a role player.
Mm-hmm.
Literally. So it's like, I mean, they were comparing him to Curry, one playoff series, and then now is he even a top 10 point guard?
Well, actually,
That's a whole nother video.
yes, I was gonna say because actually, to me,
I ain't even finna get into that.
SGA, given the performance he had the other day, near triple double,
Yeah.
I think he's the top spot right now. But as Isaac said, we got another video later this week talking
For
about
sure,
that.
for sure.
So, but anyway, number two reason I say you would panic is also the Los Angeles Clippers because you lost to them. And we were talking about it earlier, so you can say it for me.
I don't know. Nothing against Norman Powell. And I feel like without Kawhi playing and no PG on that team anymore, we're definitely going to see more of him stepping up. I mean, because he did it a little bit last year with them. So I saw it. But if you're letting him score 37 on you, and he looked like he was out there doing it with ease, You might have to panic. So I might have to change my answer a little bit because that is a little scary.
Because
I'm not gonna lie.
that's panic number two. And also
Yeah.
with that Clippers game, Jamal Murray had this little 22. So Jamal Murray did do his little part, even though most
But
times
I
most
think the
times he's
next
playoff guy.
I think the next person, besides Jokic having 41, Jamal Murray having 22, I think the next person on that list was like with like 11 points.
Yes, it was 11. No one else could get over 15.
Yeah,
And
no,
as
that's
I've always said, if you're gonna have a good team, you need a 25, a 20, and a 15-point score. They do not have a 15 guy right now.
yeah,
And it's
no,
not looking like it. I know
at all.
MPJ is supposed to be that, but if he's gonna be streaky like that, y'all gonna need some help.
Yeah, no, more than help. It's really gonna be sad. I mean, their bench sadly is not what it used to be when they were that
No.
championship team. And like they still have some of those championship caliber players, but how
Uh-huh.
far can you keep it together before it really goes to ashes?
Yeah. I
Honestly.
mean, yeah, I think Caldwell Pope ain't there no more. Reggie Jackson done
Nope.
moved on. DeAndre Jordan, like you,
Bruce Brown's not there. And
Bruce
when they lost him,
Brown,
that was big. That was big.
yes, like
That was big
and
when they lost
so
him.
and so we're just gonna kind of seamlessly transition to the next part. Do the Nuggets have to go shop at the trade deadline? I think they just might have to the way this is looking.
Yeah, I think they might have to too, but who would they actually get rid of?
And
I mean,
that's
because
the
I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't think any of those guys are really worth anything besides Jokic and Jamal Murray. And if I'm them, I don't want to trade them.
well, and that's where I think I might shake some feathers here. But hear me out. Murray just might have to be a blockbuster move. You just might want to think about it.
Okay, but what are you really getting out of that?
Hey, that's why I said Mike, because I don't know who you get and where you go.
It would have to be something like him and MPJ or him and Aaron Gordon going together somewhere. I feel like not saying that Murray isn't worth that, but if you're really trying to get something, because I'm gonna be honest, Jokic he's one of them ones for the bigs. If I'm being honest, probably the best big in the league right now, respectfully. But you see how tired that man gets. He needs someone that's running around like Murray that can do the extra stuff because it lays off of him and it gives him more room to do what he wants to do. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be hard to keep that duo together and get other pieces. If they do get rid of Murray, though, I don't know who they're really gonna get for that. I mean, what point guard do they have to back up Murray? Oh, Russell Westbrook. I love Westbrook.
Oh no.
He's in a tough position right now. What else can we really say?
We can say that we've witnessed the rise and fall of Russell Westbrook.
Yeah, literally.
But unlike Westbrook, we're only on the rise here on the Harding Way. If y'all like what you see, thank y'all for watching. That was mean. That was mean. That was mean.
Wow,
If you
that
like
was a
what you-
crazy stray.
That was crazy. Hey, you gotta love a transition. But if you like what you see, feel free to hit those bells and wings and things down below. I'd like to say, anyway, like the Harding Way. Peace.